History is broken. All recorded knowledge more than 300 years old has been corrupted. The Starfinder Society is recruiting outsiders to unravel the mysteries of what happened. Unlikely heroes must learn to work together to stay alive, where technology and magic exist together among the stars. Dead Sundays, most Sundays at 7 p.m. Only on twitch.tv/Logar the Ogar. The past haunts us all.
All right, we're live. Hello, welcome to Dead Sundays. Dead Sundays is the show where we play Starfinder on a Sunday. Starfinder is a game about science fiction, fantasy, and gods and demons and spaceships and dragons with frickin' laser beams on their shoulders.
And one little bug.
Yeah, and one bug. Let's adjust this, make sure everything's in the right place. Dude, this background music is crushing it. It is a little loud. Okay. Alright. So, last week, you guys had a little adventure. You were traveling through the jungles of Castrovel, still. You got caught in a mold storm, which you were able to get out of by just activating the environmental protections on your suits, which you have been able to keep charged up because of Raj's backpack generator, as well as his transfer charge cantrip. And then, as you bedded down for the night, one of the giant lizards in the area that didn't have protection rampaged your camp, and it tried to attack you because it was all crazied out because it had been infected with the mold. After that, you guys woke up, traveled a little bit more, and came to a gigantic elven structure. It was the visage of an elf lying on their back with their hand stretched out towards the sky, clearly of some sort of ritual use. You tried to make your way to it, but were immediately attacked by an invisible sky spider thing called a skyfisher, which was a large aberration that tried to restrain you guys and pull you up towards it so it could eat you. As you were fighting that, you realized that you were also being shot at by a sniper who had taken perch in the head of the Stargazer. Eventually, you guys ran across the field, dodging sniper bullets, and Pax climbed his way up the head of the Stargazer to try to attack the sniper. Once he got in there, he did not find anybody, but he immediately started to feel woozy with some vertigo. The rest of the party, including Raquali, who was the devourer cultist that was left for dead that decided to join you, ran around to the feet entrance, washed themselves in the ritual manner, walked into the room, and found two more cultists. One thing I want to mention is that before I had these tokens as not to Lashunta, but I was wrong. They are actually specifically to Lashunta cultist devourers. So, with that being said, you guys are immediately jumping into combat. The first person that's going to act is... I'm sorry, hold on. Back up. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Nope.
No, I'm ready to hopefully not die. Fingers crossed.
I don't think you're going to die, but it's going to be kind of weird. It's going to be touch and go. You're going to be all right. I believe in you. I really hope you don't die, because then the show is different. And I don't know if I like that.
You know,
So
as
please
lose
don't die.
confidence, I'm losing confidence. This isn't good.
You're not going to die, totally.
Die spiritually or emotionally.
Trust me, I've been dead there for a long time.
Bazinga.
That's not true. All right, so the first person that's going to act is the Sheeran that you've been chasing. So you remember, Pax, you climbed up to the hand and tried to attack the Sheeran. You stood in the doorway, but they managed to tumble by you. Or no, they tried to tumble by you. They couldn't. You made an attack of opportunity and missed. They went to the bottom of the staircase, and you decided that you were going to jump off and go straight down and land on them, which did 3d6 between the two of you.
A little frog splash going on.
Yeah, it was great move. I loved it. And then he got up and ran away. And it is now his turn. I'm sorry, it is now her turn. She is going to... She's going to take a... she's going to switch back to her Sheeran eye rifle and take a shot at you from where she's standing. That's going to be her whole turn.
All right.
Because she has to use her move action to switch her guns. From now on, I'm just going to say that it's a move action to switch your guns if you don't move. But if you move, you can only draw or stow a weapon. You can't do both. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because it says in the book that you can combine drawing a weapon with your movement as long as your base attack bonus is +1, but it never really mentions sheathing a weapon, so that's how we're going to play it. She is going to use her move to change weapons, and then she's going to shoot at Pax. I do 7 points of damage.
Yeah, 29 will definitely hit.
Yeah, I was going to ask, but I didn't really think I had to.
No need.
Let's get some light small arms fire in here.
Pew.
Come on, give me some pew pew. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and that's going to be her whole turn. Raquali, who is the Devourer cultist that you guys saved, is going to take her turn. She is going to... now remember, all of these squares are 10 feet instead of 5 because of the way that the map is. So she can go up to here. She is going to attempt to move forward and shoot both of the cultists with her scattergun. The scattergun has blast, so it allows her to hit both of them. Let me just double check what blast says. The weapon fires in a cone that extends only to its first range increment. You can't use it to attack creatures beyond that range. For each attack you make with a weapon with a blast special property, roll 1 attack against each target in the cone, starting with the one closest to you. Each attack takes a -2 penalty, in addition to any other penalties. Roll damage only once for all targets. If you roll 1 or more critical hits, roll the extra critical damage only once. Attacks with blast weapons ignore concealment. But they don't... I wouldn't say they ignore cover. That would be silly. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, so she is going to run up and try to blast these guys with her scattergun. And these are both going to be at a -2. The first one's going to miss, but the second one will hit the one that is on the ground. Remember, you cast grease on one of them and they fell down, but then they decided to just lay on the ground and throw a grenade.
It's a great play by them.
It was, yeah, it was really good.
Congratulations, them. Really,
so they're going to take
really happy for them right now.
It is going to be the cultist's turn. She is going to move around the cover that she's in and attack Raquali. And she's going to hit Raquali for 11 damage, which is a lot. Raquali is now at 1 HP.
Oh no.
Remember,
Raquali survived worse.
Yeah, NPCs don't have resolve points. So if she goes down, she's done.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. There's no more room in the ship.
We couldn't pay this merc anyway.
Yeah. Pax. At the beginning of your turn, we have to decide which vertigo you're gonna get. All right, so that's the lower one. You're gonna be flat-footed this round. You have this vertigo from being inside of this mystical stargazing structure, and you can't really tell why, but you're having trouble getting your bearings.
Flat-footed is way better for what I'm trying to do than off-target, so I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna move into this Sheeran's space, I guess, 5 feet away and take a swipe.
Okay.
Carbon steel blade, baby, go go.
Nice.
22 hit.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Finally.
Doing better
Finally.
this week.
See, all we had to do was wait a week for you to just get your shit together.
Correct.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
do be like that sometimes.
All right, Raj, it's your turn.
See, this fella here is still on the ground throwing grenades.
Yeah, this guy is laying down in the grease.
Okay. And I'm backed up. Is this like a little half wall that I'm
Let me move you
Position
real
behind?
quick. Yes, it is.
okay.
And you are 30 feet away from the guy.
Okay. Let's see, I'm out of level 1. Can I tell that he's got more grenades on him?
Hold on one sec. You can make a perception check as a free action.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be pretty high. Yeah, no, you can't,
Can't
tell.
tell.
Yeah, because he's also laying down and like halfway between the same sort of low wall that you are in. So,
Yeah.
but also a 4
Can I
was
see,
not it.
Can I see him at least?
Sure, you can see like his head poking out because he was laying on the ground to throw a grenade.
All right, I'm gonna cast Daze on the guy laying
Cool.
on the ground.
All right, he has to make a will saving throw. And he fails. So he is dazed. Right?
Yeah. Can't take any actions until his next turn, I believe. Yeah. No, wait, he's immune. Yeah.
What?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he's dazed. Yeah. Can't take actions for the next round.
Right.
Yep. It's one round. And it's not one round per level, it's just one round. Okay. Do you want to move?
I'm gonna crouch behind my half cover here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you stay crouched like that, you're gonna get. No, never mind. You're still gonna have partial cover. Shepard is going to do a superhero move. He's going to turn to Zib. Zib, he's going to ask you, Starfinder Zib, should I heal Raquali?
Oh.
Captain gotta
Actually,
make a choice.
what he actually says is, Starfinder Captain Zib, should I heal Raquali?
I don't think I'm a captain in the Starfinder, so it's more of an honorary title. Shit, I hate having to make decisions. But I also hate watching people die.
Yeah.
That,
It's a real bummer for the feed. Yeah.
Go nuts, Shep. Do what you do.
Shepard is going to get right behind her and cast Mystic Cure. Heals her for 15.
Wowie zowie.
Yeah, he casts his cure spells at the highest level because he's healing mystic connection.
Huh. That's
Um,
crazy.
Very
It is
useful.
a touch spell. Okay, he's only got one of those left though. And it only heals hit points. So for an NPC, it's perfect. But for someone who's missing their stamina points, it can kind of be not so great. Zib, it's your turn.
Great. But. Speaking of, or wait, shit. Now I forget. Did I inspiring boost Horatio last week?
Yes. Yes, you
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Never mind. You don't get it again.
Okay.
Sorry, bud. But I want you to know that I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Under the table.
Well, that's much appreciated. Yeah.
You guys are just behind cover, giving each other the thumbs up.
Yeah, bud. Okay, I'm gonna move to different cover, and then
You can set your watch. You can set your watch to me spraying any assailant with grease, Captain.
And instead of shooting, I'm gonna use not in the face. So this one, the one in front of me,
Okay.
has to will save or take a -4 penalty against attacks against me.
Okay, just you.
Just me, the precious captain.
She fails.
Great, I'm invincible.
This one's dazed. Dazed.
You're just too good looking for her.
Yeah,
Like,
he finds you much too attractive. She's like, I can't shoot this one. It is her turn. She is going to use her scattergun to attack both Raquali and Shepard. I'm sorry, she can't. She's right in front of Raquali. No, yeah, she's gonna dual wield, so she's gonna have her scattergun in one hand and a longsword in the other. She's gonna take a scattergun shot at both Raquali and Shepard. That will give Raquali an attack of opportunity. Wow! So the Devourer cultist uses her move action to pull out her scattergun and goes to aim it at Raquali and Shepard, and using that moment of the cultist letting her guard down, Raquali just steps forward and stabs the shit out of her and kills her in one amazing blow.
nice.
Whoa.
Does
Yeah.
work.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
That was Raquali's turn?
No, it was Raquali took an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
It is now Salask's turn. Now, Salask is right in front of you, right? You meleeed him, so you're in melee range.
Right. Yeah.
Salask is going to attempt to tumble away from you so that he doesn't have to use an attack, or that you can't get an attack of opportunity on him. I need to double, or her? Salask is a female. Is a female Sharon that I
She's
just
gonna try and roll down the stairs.
Oh yeah, shit. That's what she does. She tries to roll down the stairs. It's very cool.
It's very Dark Souls.
I've done that in Metal Gear Solid 2. I know how this works out.
Tumbling is a move action, and you move at half speed. Yeah, so she's going to try to move 15 feet away, but the CR for that tumble is a lot. I think it's something like 21. What level are you guys? 4?
Yeah.
It's 21. Yeah, so she has to roll a 21, or she is going to incur an attack of opportunity.
That's doable.
It is. Okay, she fails, so you get an attack of opportunity.
17 hit.
Does that incorporate your... Oh, just flat-footed doesn't do anything for attacks. That does hit.
No.
A 17 hits her kinetic AC. So she moves 15 feet away from you, but as she does, she takes an attack of opportunity from you and takes 7 damage.
Now, apparently I've blunted my sword somewhere between the last 2 sessions, but at least it's hitting now.
And immediately after getting cut, she stands up, turns around, and takes a shot at you.
She stands up, turns around, and says, "Ow!"
I'm just trying to kill you!
Why won't you die?
And she misses.
Not hit.
Yeah. And make a perception check. Mr.
As soon as I find it.
Mr. Duro?
Here we go. 7.
Okay. Never mind. It's Raquali's turn. Raquali is going to... step up to this guy who doesn't get any sort of attack of opportunity and is on the ground and is also dazed. Raquali might try to do a superhero move.
I feel like these cultists left their strongest fighter behind.
Yeah! She keeps getting very lucky.
Yeah, the Shepherd's got a little something extra in those heels.
Yeah. So she walks up to this cultist and takes a swing at him. The cultists on the ground, their AC is 4 lower because they're prone. And she manages to deal almost full damage. She takes a step forward and slams her sword down as it pierces the other cultist's shoulder. And it's, it would have woken her out of her daze, but it didn't. She's dazed, so now it's Pax's turn.
All right, moving back into this Sheeran's space and taking another swipe with the sword.
Nope.
Smart she keeps running away though. As soon as we level up, I'm picking up some combat action so I can stop this from happening ever again.
Yeah. Okay. Horatio, it's your turn.
Okay. This guy's right there. He's dazed. Yeah, I'm gonna get pretty close to this guy.
Okay. There's a low wall between you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna put my gun up to his head and blow him away.
Yeah, okay. I will remove
Rush has gotten brutal.
Yeah, I will remove the... so normally when you're prone, you get a bonus to range attacks from your AC, but because they're dazed and you're right next to them, I'm gonna let you just make it normally. Dude, you miss.
I miss.
No, you didn't miss. Okay. Yeah, you hit them and kill them.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm just gonna wipe my gun off, and nobody step there. The ground is still. The friction on the ground is actually it's actually frictionless.
They are now. Their body is now covered in blood and grease. Even
slowly.
Even Raquali is just like, ooh.
I have a question. The grease makes it totally frictionless?
Yeah.
So you just shot a person in the head in a totally frictionless environment. Are they just like a crazy?
They just slid a little bit more.
Yeah.
Does grease really make it totally frictionless?
No, it's just straight up grease.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not cyber future grease.
Yeah.
Carbon nanode tube grease.
Synthetic grease.
It is now Shepard's turn. Shepherd is going to take a full round action Shepherd is going to use a resolve point to take a full round action to use his healing channel ability. It will restore the health points of all allies in range. This energy restores 2d8 hit points and increases by 2d8 at 3rd level. So you all get 4d8 back.
Okay.
I'm assuming I am out of range.
Yeah, not you, Pax.
Yeah.
So you all get 17 hit points.
Hooray.
Hit points. Hip points. Yes.
Does that add
Green
to
bar.
the temporary or not?
No.
It's just
no.
okay.
It's
So
just
not
hit
that.
points. Yeah.
Can
It
I
does
spend
no
a resolve to gain my stamina back?
You can when there is 10 minutes. That's the short rest. You spend a
Okay.
resolve point to take a short rest to get a bunch of stamina points back.
I'm
Since
gonna
we're
watch myself in that basin once more because I'm sure I've got like detritus and gore on me.
It's a ceremonial basin. It's not for bathing the blood of your executed Grease victim off you.
No, it's for purifying yourself before you walk into a temple. And blood and viscera is not very pure. I think that's exactly what it's for.
As they're debating that, I just walk back and like,
hold on. We're still in combat.
oh,
You don't walk anything.
I thought we were done. Yeah.
Yeah, Zib, it's your turn.
Well, all these MFs are dead, huh? And I can't move fast enough to get anywhere meaningful. Yeah, I guess I just move to the end of the room as far
Okay.
as I can get, and
You can take 2 move actions.
I move full speed twice.
Yeah, you take 2 move actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm there.
Okay.
Baby.
Sounds good.
Smell another bug.
Yeah. Salask is going to
You're gonna tumble.
no. They are going to use their action or their move action to put their gun away and pull something out of their bag, and then she is going to use it, and it is
gosh.
a Mark 1
French
serum
baguette.
of healing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be a grenade.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's every Sheeran. They all love grenades.
Mark 1 is
That's
1d8
trait
hit
grenade
points.
love. Or is race trait grenade lover?
She gets 5 hit points back. That is not enough, but that's her whole turn.
All right.
Raquali is going to. She's actually just going to stay in this room with the cultists. Pax, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a full attack. I know that's a bad idea, but I don't mind. See if we can just end this now. A 16 and an 18.
Yeah, and you do exactly, dude. You do. Holy shit, Max, you finally did it. You finally fucking did it. They both hit, and you do exactly enough damage to kill her outright. You do 26 damage.
Yay.
She has 26 HP left.
Just womp, guts, head. Bye bye. Snicker snack.
Yeah. So you watch her take this healing serum, and as you raise your sword up to attack her, she looks at you and snarls, and you cut her antenna off, and then you cut her through the midsection, separating her exocortex top from her exoskeleton top from her exoskeleton bottoms, and she splits in half and falls to the floor in a really not nice way. It's very crunchy and gooey on the inside.
Kind of rolls down the steps a little bit, I bet.
Yeah. So it falls down the steps, and Zib, you look up and you see half of a bug person.
Axe.
Just walk around the corner. Oh, hi Zib.
Oh wait, fuck. Okay, never mind. You weren't.
It's still low. It's still low.
It's still low. It's still low. So you're still flat-footed, but it didn't matter. Okay,
good.
And that's the end of that encounter. You guys did fantastic. From getting attacked by an invisible sky spider that threw sticky webs at you, chasing you around this plaza while you were getting shot at by a sniper, to walking in and just obliterating the cultists and then chopping their leader in half. That's a pretty good fight. That was well done.
Very on par.
Roger slumps against the wall and slides down, like just leans up against the wall and slides down. He's like, "Oh no, not again!" Just looking down at the dead cultist with the hole in the back.
Not again. Yeah,
just cold-bloodedly executed a person, and then go like, "What did you just disassociate and then come back?" Be like, "It happened again."
Yeah. So Shepard's. I've actually had this in here for a while. Shepard's profession for his skill, his profession is casual therapy. Okay, so he rolled a 17. So he walks up to you and he says, Starfinder Horatio, this is not the first time this has happened, and it will not be the last. Why are you so... What's wrong?
I'm not gonna explain this to my mom later today. And I just go walk and wash myself off in the basin.
As you're walking away, he starts to follow you. We won't be back into communication range in some time, so you probably have a couple days to think about it. Also, you could just not tell her.
That is $5 therapy advice.
Yeah. I will charge your Starfinder account.
No, you make a good point, because it's just a means to an end. Yeah.
Zib, do you feel, I don't know, dizzy? I feel weird in here.
Oh yeah, let me help you with that, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. I should still be kind of messed up too, right?
No.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm super fatigued.
Yeah, you are weakened from the poison that was in you. You're still gonna have to take another day to rest from that.
Yeah.
Can
we take a 10-minute rest, very least, just to kind of
You can. Now is a great time to take a 10-minute rest.
That's what's been going on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to take out my canteen of basin water and baptize Pax.
So the book doesn't say anything about that, but I'm going to say that's allowed.
Okay.
And you go through the ritual with Pax, and you pour some of the water on his head, and it drips down the front of his snout and then drips off, and you kiss your hand and you put it on his nose, and then Pax, you instantly no longer feel that vertigo anymore. You came to, and now you feel like you're allowed to be here.
Thank you very much, Zib.
I think I may have joined a cult by doing that, but maybe we're all in a cult now.
Yeah, every once in a while, it's possible to accidentally join a cult, so it happens.
He's not wrong.
Did you find anything down there? There's nothing really up here.
Just this basin water, and now 2 recently dead Lashunta. Raj executed a guy like a Colombian hit squad style.
like from Space Columbia.
Yeah, from Space Columbia. Yeah. Well, here we just call it Columbia.
Right, because you're in space.
You're in space.
You're
Space is understood.
Yeah.
The Columbia system.
That's impressive. Raj has become a more powerful warrior in every fight. Truly, he will learn to start putting away his emotions to do what's necessary soon.
Yeah, maybe.
His parents will once again be very proud of him.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I'm gonna have a little sit.
Yeah, so at this point, you guys can take. So the way that the rules work is you spend 1 resolve point, and then you take 10 uninterrupted minutes, and you gain all of your stamina points back. However, if at any point you're interrupted in that 10 minutes, you don't get the stamina points, and you also don't get the resolve point back. So right now is perfect, because the chances of you being interrupted are, yeah. But like, just wanted to make that clear. So like, if in the future you're like, oh, we run away from the bad guy, we hide in the broom closet, and we spend a resolve point. Like if at any point you're interrupted from resting, you don't get any of it, and you also don't get your resolve point back.
Roll to not sneeze.
Yeah, fortitude. Yeah, that's a good fortitude save.
Sneeze. Google.
So everybody is back at full stamina points. I really like the way that fight went. You guys did really good. Oh, I shouldn't have deleted that. Yeah. So after your 10 minutes are up, Pax, you have experienced a spiritual awakening, and you are now taking in the grandeur that is the inside of the Stargazer. If you like, you can explore the Stargazer. It was a important part of the culture of the elves that lived here so long ago, and there are also the bodies of the cultists that you guys could inspect.
Well,
Yeah,
I will let.
I was going to say, I was going to inspect the corpse of the person that I shot in the back of the head.
Okay. So by now your grease has dissipated. So there's no.
So it's just blood. It's just blood. And brains.
Just blood now. Let's see. Cultists. They have. Each of them have the same thing. They have Lashunta Ringwear 1. They have a Defiant Longsword. They have shock grenades. They have their utility scattergun. They have 2 weeks of field rations, and they each have a cred stick worth 150 credits.
For sure, let's take the rations, and I point out to Captain that there's a bunch of shot grenades on them.
Yeah, grenade time.
In total there would be 3 shot grenades. Mark 1.
Oh yeah.
There would have been 4. Oh well.
But somebody threw one.
Is it 150 credits per person or total?
It is 150 for each cultist, so it's 300 total. So you could split that between Horatio, Zib, and Pax.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's do that. Just to add
Raquali kind of knows not to even ask.
Good. Speaking of paying women, do we need to wire money back to the ship?
Wow, it would be great if you could do that, but you're unfortunately in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Do they know that? Are they going to be mad at us?
Oh, man! Who knows? Who knows?
We have a note. We'll revisit this.
So yeah, so they have. So remember that if you guys pick up field rations or anything, that they are kind of heavy. I'm going to open Raj's sheet. Raj, we're going to change some stuff here just to reflect that you are encumbered, so that we don't forget. I am going to take something that is bulk 1. I'm going to make your Starfinder backpack 4 bulk.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just make it 3.
Well, in Turkey they say Ramazan by.
Whoa.
What is that?
This in the news, bud?
Getting news?
No, a video auto played on Twitter.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are encumbered now, and remember, you guys can use your Starfinder backpacks to store things as well.
Yeah.
You
What are the stats?
This increase doesn't stack with other backpacks. When you seek an object stowed in the back... Oh, hold on. In addition, you can stow objects of one bulk or less in the pack as if you were sheathing a weapon. So it doesn't look like it has a limit, so you can put literally anything in there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you have to... Anything that has one bulk or less. So if you want to store your field rations in there, that would be a fix for that.
Yeah, let's do that. How do I mark off that they're stored in there?
So if you open the sheet, let's see, these field rations are... So the ones that in your inventory are already listed as in your backpack. That's why I changed the quantity of it to... See how when you open it, you can click this, carried, not carried?
Mm-hmm.
If you change it to not carried, it will remove it from your bulk.
Okay.
Total.
Okay, cool.
LaserNet spell gem.
Yeah.
But what's important is that you can go into your bag as a move action to pull something out.
Okay. Yeah, I bought that a while ago. So.
Yeah, that's right. It does the Resident Evil laser wall, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate that thing.
God, that scene
movie
was
terrified
amazing.
me.
Oh man, I love that. God, that's such a good movie.
Saw that in the theater, and the whole theater started cheering when that happened.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
Like they cheered when they survived, and then the gasp and the shock when the guy fell apart into meat cubes was like amazing. Like, yeah.
So you said they were Defiant longswords?
Yes, they were Defiant longswords.
Can we remove the fusion seals from them?
You cannot.
Okay.
That is a well, actually, hold on. That might be an equipment manager.
Yeah, let me take a look at it.
Blacksmith thing, but it's definitely doable. So,
can I take a look at that? Can I take a look at that sword?
Sure. They both have longswords that have the Defiant fusion.
What check would I be able to make to look at that?
You just use your eyes. Okay. A fusion can be installed in a chosen weapon when it's purchased or at any point afterwards. It's also possible, though difficult and fairly expensive, to transfer fusions from one weapon to another. Any character trained in mysticism can transfer a fusion. This costs half as much. Hold on. This costs half as much as it would to initially purchase the fusion, using the level of the new weapon to determine the price. Hold on.
So you have to immediately put it on something else then.
Yeah. You can't just take it off.
In what we have access to, Defiant fusion seals apparently cost line. There is no price there.
Well, it's a level 1 weapon, so that would be that would determine the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys could take it with you. I mean, you could put it in your backpack.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at that when we get back to the ship? I could probably fiddle with it.
It's not a bad plan.
What is the half of the bug that's left have on them?
Hold on, I'm sorry. It is also possible to place a weapon fusion into a physical object called a fusion cell. This is what we want. Fusion seal, which can then be affixed to a specific weapon and even moved among different weapons. A fusion seal affects only weapons of a given level or less, as noted in the parentheses after the name of the fusion seal, blah, 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 blah. A fusion seal's cost is based on the highest level weapon the fusion seal can affect and is equal to 110% of the price of a weapon fusion for a weapon of that level. Removing a fusion seal and transferring it to a new weapon takes only 1 minute and does not require any specific skill training, but the fusion doesn't function until the seal has been placed on a oh my god. Yeah, let's put that in the backpack and look at it later.
Got it.
I'll have to read this 9 times to understand what it actually says. Okay. Yeah, so Defiant Longswords, the Defiant enchantment is, it makes it harder to disarm you. That's all it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, which is cool.
It's not a terrible thing for any of us.
So, the Cut in Half person. They have a Kasatha Microcord Mark 1, a tactical dueling sword, a tactical Sharon eye rifle with 50 long arm rounds, one Mark 1 serum of healing, a personal comm unit, field rations for 3 weeks, and a cred stick worth 1,000 credits.
Captain, you might want to come take a look at this.
And I'm just gonna toss Zib the cred stick. I don't want to have shit to do with that.
Oh, great. Zib is like visibly upset at the sight of a cut in half Sharon and is like doesn't really want to come up the stairs at all.
Okay.
So
You don't have to.
You're gonna have to.
Throw me things. I refuse to.
Yeah, I'll collect everything, but you're gonna have to go over that again and bring them down to the main chamber for Zib to look through, while not having to look at half a bug.
It was a... Oh, wait, hold on. I can actually just copy and paste because I wrote it down up here.
Hey, boop, boop, boopy.
Yeah, I got the tactical dueling sword, and then everything else I pretty much missed.
That's what the sniper had.
All right. Does anyone have a tactical Ed Sheeran rifle? I thought we had one of those.
It was.
We gave it back to.
You gave it back to Clara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was part of her or like original payment or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We took it as insurance so she wouldn't fire on us, and then we gave it back to her.
Guys, look, personal comm units, the things we should probably have.
So while you're like yelling down to Zib, Raquali approaches and walks past Zib to walk up the stairs, and she's looking at the cut in half Sheeran in front of her, and she says, "This is Salask. Salask was one of our fangs in the organization. She reported directly to Tahoman. She probably spent a lot of time trying to get you guys to slow down. And I'm glad she's fucking dead."
Who is Tahoman?
Oh, Tahoman is, he's the one who had been leading us to the Temple of the 12.
Why wouldn't Tahoman be here?
Because he's going to the Temple of the 12. He probably sent Salask back to slow us down.
Is Tahoman a better fighter than the people left here, though?
Tahoman is a better fighter than you are.
Oh, Zib downstairs going.
And she like turns and like glares at Zib, and she's like, "I didn't mean that as an insult. Tahoman is very capable. He embodies the spirit of the Devourer like no one I've ever met."
But he's clearly afraid of us, though. Why would he send these people to slow us down, only to rush ahead? If he thought he could win in a fight direct on, he would be here to face us himself. This is nothing more than a distraction.
Not necessarily, but
it's just ended up arming us better.
Well, no, not really. I mean, this is the same stuff you guys kind of already had.
I don't know. Hey, Zib, does this microcord wear fit you?
Probably. What I got on me now?
It's sort of two pieces now. It's like
all right.
like a belly shirt and some overalls.
Yeah, I want to wear this microcord crop top.
Yeah, I don't know how that would affect the durability of the armor. But we'll just say that somehow the armor dodged and the Sheeran didn't. So the armor is still in one piece. Zib, what kind of armor you got right now?
I got second skin.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good. That's why I keep coming very close to death and begging for Shepard's help.
This stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, it's way
Yeah.
better. So you can change into the Kasatha microcord and leave your second skin there if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know how to roleplay this other than I'm like really, really, really upset
Make
about
a fortitude save.
about that doing this. Sorry, I just closed. I've trying to do the dual screen thing, but then I can't drag items in. I keep closing my sheet. It's my excuse for being slow.
Okay, you vomit all over yourself.
Cool.
Yeah, you are not having a good time. This is very... Watching a Sheeran get cut in half and then taking their clothes and trying to put them on is not something that you thought you were going to do today. And it's really taken you off guard. And it is fairly traumatizing. Let me...
You guys sort out the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, let me get into your equipment real quick. I will take out the second skin.
Oh, okay. I got it if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, take out the second skin and then drag that Kasatha Microcord 1 in, and make sure you hit the button that says equipped.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what Raquali tells you. She tells you that Tahomin is a very strong and capable assailant, and that she doesn't really understand. She doesn't understand what you're saying. Like she's like, well, they're trying to get to the Temple of the 12, and you're trying to stop them, so they tried to stop you. Tahomin is researching something, and it's more important to him to find out what he wants to know than it is to come and fight you.
Gotcha.
You're not that important to him. But it seems
about
like...
to make ourselves very important.
It seems like he underestimated you. And she reaches down and picks up the comm unit that Salask had. She holds it up and she says, I'm sure there's something on this. Which one of you can decrypt it? And she's basically asking which one of you can use a computer's check to unlock the comm unit.
Pax
Yeah,
just
I'll take a
points
look.
at Raj.
Yeah.
So, Raj, since you have time, what is your computer skill? So, Raj, you could take 10 if you like.
11.
Yeah, you could take 10. It would take
Yeah, I'll do that.
a couple more. It would take 10 times as long. You're really taking your time. You're looking over the whole thing. You're looking for any physical entry points. You load it up and you manage to short circuit it so it loads in safe mode, and then you do a double reboot, and then you transfer the charge out. You transfer it back in, and boop, it unlocks. That takes about 10 minutes. While Raj is doing that, does anybody else want to do anything? Astral quality, anything? Inspect the Stargazer.
I'd like to inspect yeah, definitely want to check the head out.
Okay, I would also like to get some head.
It's just disapproving there.
So you walk into, now that you can stand up straight, you walk back into the head. I'll read it again. This domed room has numerous open skylights and windows, creating a steady flow of outside air. A ring of slime mold forms a misshapen circular pattern on the floor.
Okay, so can I take a closer look at that pattern to see if it's something I recognize from Lashuntan culture?
Yes.
In other words, is this in Mind Wars?
So the answer is you can't really see it. You can see that there's something carved into the floor, but because it's so wet in here, a lot of mold and stuff has kind of covered it. So you'd have to take a couple minutes to literally clean the floor.
We got time.
Yes, you do
Start
have
cleaning.
time. Shepard is going to come up and help you with this. you start pushing all of this dirt and mold away so that you can make a better you can make a better you can get a better view of what seems to be carved into the floor. Why don't you make a culture check, and we will see if it matches up to anything that you know of in Lashunta culture, specifically from your young adult series of books. The answer is no.
15.
The answer is no. Shepard is going to...
What's Shepard's culture?
I don't know. I'm going to tell you. He doesn't need to make one though, because he's not trying to see if it's part of a culture. If this 10,000-year-old symbol is part of a culture in a fake book series.
Right, because books don't have things that are 10,000 years old. Jeez.
They don't. They don't. There was no books before Jesus.
That's true. No one knows who Jesus is. He was lost in the gap.
Oh man, now I want a young adult Christian novel series about finding Jesus who's lost in the gap. So Shepard starts to look at this stuff, and he starts to realize that the floor bears a weathered yet perfectly symmetrical circle of 12 carved stars, replicating the pattern of the gate of 12 suns. That gate of 12 suns, you can see that once, like, Shepard starts to explain to you, he starts to put it together. When you guys came in, the mosaic around that room that had the water basin in it had all of these symbols on it, and it had and it repeated those all throughout the body of the Stargazer and then into the head. And Shepard says to you that he thinks that this pattern of 12 stars is somehow extremely important, or was extremely important to the Owatia elves that came before.
Gotcha.
Is there anything in Lashuntan culture specifically that also shares the number 12 that I know of? Like, is 12 an important number to them?
So your culture 15 check is going to tell you that there wouldn't be much of a connection from where you are to Lashunta culture, because what you're seeing is ancient Elven culture, which is substantially different from Lashunta culture. Lashunta were actually they grew up in the northeast continent of the planet, the elves in the southeast, and the Formians in the southwest. But the northwest continent was kind of always overgrown, and nobody had settled there in a really long time, except for these Owatia elves that were there hundreds of thousands of years ago. As Shepard is reading this carving, he starts to holographically project another screen next to him as he's looking at it. And you see the videos of you guys walking through the Drift Rock and taking photos and downloading the scripts from the computer terminals that you found. And he zooms in on one of them and he calls you over and he points to a piece of writing on the wall and he points to the writing in the video, and you realize that they're the same.
Whoa!
The script that you guys found in those weird rooms in the Drift Rock that you couldn't match up to anything else, that you eventually found out was only ever seen in the ruins of Ukalam. You realize that you are now looking at one of the scripts that you had heard about. Unfortunately, you can't read it, but it is... The script, you can tell, is similar, and it is the same written language.
Okay.
So whatever this was is either related to something that's related to the Drift Rock and the language that you found up there and whatever technology was connected to it, or it is directly related to that asteroid that was pulled out of the drift.
Is Zib, are you up in the head with me and Shepard?
No, but I guess I can be, and I'll just
Yeah, I'm just gonna call Zib up, take pictures of all of this. Like,
close my eyes.
we'll probably need all of this information. And I know Shepard can do it, but it always helps to have it in 2 places.
That's me, second place. It's Captain Zip.
Second place, Captain Zib.
I did not mean that as an insult. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go check the hand. I'm gonna go check the hand now.
You walk out of the head as Zib and Shepard are cataloging the writings that they found. You walk up to the observation deck. As you do, you walk by Raquali as she is dragging both parts of Salask sort of out of the way so that you don't have to step over them when you walk back down. And you can see that she's kind of doing it so that Zib doesn't have to walk back over the dead Sheeran. You walk, and you do take the same path as you did before. You climb to the top, and you get up there, and there's really nothing there. It's just an observation deck. It's a long climb, but it's an easy climb. And all it really is a cupped stone hand that you could stand in. You can tell that there were guardrails along the outside that have since weathered away. But this does really just look like a small observation deck that was built into the form of the stargazing elf.
So I'd like to take the Ed Sheeran rifle and like use the scope to check the tree line in the direction we're going to be heading next to see if there's anyone like sitting around and watching us to leave.
Okay, so you would have been headed into the east. Make a perception check.
13.
Okay. Hold on one second. Oh, I have it here. I need to do a secret roll real quick. Actually, I probably shouldn't have told you that. Yeah.
Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening right now.
Don't worry.
Yeah, do not read the Steam players. But
Action hearsay.
you climb to the top of the hand and you take the Ed Sheeran rifle and you look to the east, which would be your next direction. And what do you know? You see a pair of Kasarek attempting to stealthily approach the plaza of the Stargazer. They are clearly trying to keep a low profile, and they are trying to move slowly towards the Stargazer. It is very clear from your vantage point what they are doing.
Yeah, I call down to the other guys and let them know what's happening.
So Zib and Shepard and Raquali would hear you. Horatio would not. But by this point, Horatio, you have finished cracking into the comm unit. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna rejoin everybody after fussing with that. Here you go.
So sure. So as Pax is looking around, you walk back to Raquali and Zib and Shepard, and you tell them that you have gotten into Salask's comm unit. As you're reading through it, you find several logged communications with another unit. These convey updates about her movements through the jungle and the ways that she has harassed and tried to stop you guys. One of the notes that she puts in there was she started a Yarok stampede to get you guys to slow down. You'll remember that when you were trying to cross that line, there was a loud, long-arm gunshot that startled the Yarok and got them stampeding onto you.
Right.
So there's clearly been a back and forth between her and some other person about her specifically trying to slow you guys down before they were to catch up to you. As you're talking about this, Raquali chimes in and she goes, she's probably speaking with Tahoman. They've probably been in constant contact trying to keep you guys further and further back. Also, on the comm unit, Salask has an extensive number of recorded broadcasts of Eoxian reality programming and Bloodsport, favoring productions by the Elibrian celebrity Zoe, including an entire season of the viscerally grotesque Survival Deathmatch Extreme. The cultists of the Devourer are very, 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 very into bloodshed and bloodsport and reckless violence, so this doesn't surprise you at all.
Yeah.
But that are the only things of note that you find. Like, she's got like a lot, like a bunch of different seasons, offshoots that nobody's even heard of.
Yikes.
Yeah, like some deep cuts.
This is like people discovering JRPGs on Osama bin Laden's computer.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know somebody uploaded his Animal Crossing save?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly curious.
Someone in the military leaked bin Laden's, whatever the 3DS one is. 3DS was GameCube save? I forget. I think it was the 3DS one. That's pretty old.
Cool story.
Anyway.
It is cool. It's a very cool story.
It is cool, yeah. So, Pax, at this point, Horatio, Raquali, Shepard, and Zib, at this point, you receive all this information, and Pax yells down that there are a pair of Kasaric stalking their way to the Stargazer.
Okay.
Important to note, I guess, the way that Salask was shooting, there are holds, basically sniper ports here, and you could also technically get onto the hand and shoot from there, but it is going to be really far.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the best shot on the crew either. Would I know whether or not shooting near them will scare them off or just cause them to charge?
Why don't you make a life science check?
I should be really good at that. I'm
Yeah,
not, but I should be.
And you're going to add a +1, yeah. You know that it wouldn't cause them to charge. It would probably cause them to attempt to hide better, and then they would continue with their stalking.
Okay, so better not to shoot. God, who is the best? Who's got the best aim? I mean, Zib never misses, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
gotta be
definitely
Zib.
not me. Yeah, it's definitely not Raj.
It might be
Raquali. Yeah. I'm gonna
We
call.
literally have somebody on hire that's good at shooting stuff, but they are back in the ship. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They would be very useful here.
And an important note, you guys don't pay them to shoot. You pay them to pilot. Paying people to shoot usually costs about 10 times as much money.
We pay one of them to pilot. We pay the other to sit on board and look intimidating.
Yeah, which is neither of which involves shooting.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to call Raquali up and hand her the Sheeran eye rifle and try and point out where they are and, you know, go tell Captain Zib that they need to make a decision because I'm not going to make one.
What sort of instruction are you going to give Raquali?
Raquali, I need you to just keep an eye on these two, and if they start to get too close, start shooting, but we're going to try and come up with a strategy to defend the Stargazer in the meantime. Yeah. We'll let you know when to shoot.
Okay. So you go back down, and what do you want to relay to
Zib?
To Zib and Horatio and Shepard?
All right.
Raquali right now is looking over the camp as these two monsters come our way, but we need to come up with a strategy to beat them. Hopefully without this time anyone being poisoned or harmed. Zib, how would you like us to handle this?
Not getting fucking needle things in us and how our faces explode. We really gotta. Raj, I need you to hold it together while I say this, but we've gotta booby trap the feet.
I agree.
I make a big gulp, like a big. Very well.
Pax, make another life science check.
1.
Okay.
Oh, well, 4, but 1.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Powders.
Shepard chimes in. Starfinders, it is unlikely that the Kasaruk would enter the building.
That's a good point.
We
How
unfortunately might have to take the fight to them.
I don't want to do that.
Could
Well, at least
Shepard-
we hunker down by the feet.
Yeah.
Very excited.
My Raj's demeanor changes significantly as soon as he hears that phrase.
Shepard, do you think it would be possible for us to take the bodies of the Lashunta and the Shirin that we killed here and use them as a distraction to sneak around these two?
To answer that question, he is going to roll another life science check. He thinks about it for a minute and he says, I don't know. It's a good a plan as any, but I can't give you a guarantee of success. Pax, you can make another life science check for that. Okay, same result.
Not much better, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, we could use them as cover.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Stick them down by the feet and get behind them. Shoot from behind the bodies, so when the needles come in, they hit the bodies and not us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we trying to... Do we want to defend the Stargazer, or are we trying to get out of Dodge? Like, are we trying to leave the zone?
I think leaving the zone would be smartest, but I don't think we'll be able to do that. And I would rather engage them at the Stargazer where we know the terrain than out in the field. Also, this way, Raquali can cover us from the hand.
As soon as you say that, you hear a gunshot.
They seem to be much closer now.
You guys have spent a couple minutes talking about this. Raquali shoots one of them. Whether or not she hits is up to Raquali. I'm just going to use the scatter gun, even though it does much more damage. She gets a +5 to this. I don't think that's going to do it.
Well, Zib, it seems we're out of time. What do you think we should do?
Alright, let's... Let's get Shepard or Raj in the head to provide more cover, and the rest of the 3 remaining people will head down to the entrance, and, we'll play it by ear. Or should I say feet?
I ready my auto target rifle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna take up residence in the ear.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's remove our initiative order, and everybody take the position you want to take, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay. Do they? Oh, they know we're there though now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Well, I guess here, because I want to stop. I'm assuming they can't come between the legs. But they'll be able to fit between the feet.
They'll be able to fit, yeah. Because they're large, so they're 10 feet. So they're actually only that big. Because the squares are 10 feet because it's a funky map.
So where I'm standing now, I'd be able to prevent them from moving past me without taking an attack of opportunity, but also allow Zib to shoot effectively over me.
Yeah. So you're taking up half of the space.
Right.
So if they were to move past you, they would have to. They would get an attack. You would get an attack of opportunity on them.
Yeah. I'd also like to drag the two bodies we have and like sort of stack them so Zib has something like a chest-high wall of body to hide behind.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I mean, it's like the 300, right? Except less fascist.
And one of the bodies is causing me great distress.
Oh no, I didn't. There's
one.
two. I didn't need to grab that one.
Okay.
Specifically, did not grab that one.
And can we get Shep down with us?
Okay. Click your character and roll initiative, and we're going to take a quick break because I got to pee, and then we're going to come back and figure it out.
Hell yeah, Shep.
All right. Raquali needs hers. Horatio, we need your initiative.
Okay.
Okay. Apparently, we didn't need it that great. Okay, so that's gonna be our initiative. We're gonna take a quick break so that I can go pee and get another water because I've done a lot of talking in the past hour and a half. So we will be right back.
When you're coming from the black, you want a place that reminds you of home. You want traditional foods like our Eoxians cadaver digits, fresh fried every cycle, or tacos made the Spathany way, flavored with real asteroid sauce. With quality finding up with a syndicate, but at prices any corporate collar can afford. So after you dock, head over to the Eye. We're open all cycle, every cycle. Ready to treat you like family, hive mind, or brood clutch. Spacies, you're gonna like the food you eat from the restaurant that I own.
Hey, thanks for watching Dead Sundays. You can watch the rest of this adventure in part 2, and you can catch us live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern only on twitch.tv/LogarTheOgar. Thank you, OBS, for your service towards the streaming community. Please check out and donate to the OBS Project's Patreon. OBS is a free broadcasting software that I've been using for years and wouldn't want to use anything else. Thank you to Sirenscape, who allows us to use their dynamic sound generator to provide the background music and sound effects that you're hopefully enjoying right now. Sirenscape is a wonderful program with a ton of pre-crafted and IP-specific soundscapes available for a monthly subscription to make your tabletop games sound as epic as they play. Thank you to Roll20, a web-based tabletop RPG client allowing users around the world to play tabletop games together as if they were in the same room. Roll20 is a free-to-use service, but offers a low-cost monthly subscription option for extra tools that I use because I use Roll20 all the time. And thanks to Paizo for making Starfinder, for making Pathfinder, and for supporting the United Paizo workers.